The race must be run with perseverance, with persistent patience and endurance. The way of victory for us is the same as that of the saints in chapter 11, pressing on to the finish regardless of the circumstances or opposition. The race must be run by throwing off the sin that so easily entangles us, our most troublesome sidetracking sins, and by fixing our eyes on Jesus and his example of perseverance and victory. The race must be run with an awareness that our greatest danger is the temptation to give up and give in to sin. Note that this race of faith takes discipline in two primary ways. We must once and for all put aside the sins that have repeatedly gotten the best of us and kept us from growing as we could in our relationship with God. This means that we must stop making the same foolish choices that have led to these failures. We must also determine to put aside things that are not necessarily sinful, but neither are they beneficial in helping us move ahead with Christ. These things are simply dead weight that keep us from devoting greater time and attention to time with God. They do not help us grow spiritually. Fix our eyes on Jesus. Just as a runner must focus on the finish line, we must focus on Jesus as the goal and the object of our faith. The fact that he is the author and perfecter of our faith means that our faith has its beginning in him and is completed in him. He is both the start and the finish of our race of faith. In our race of faith, we look to Jesus as our example of trust in and reliance on God, of commitment to his will, of prayer, of overcoming temptation and suffering, of enduring loyalty to the Father, and of receiving joy in completing the work which God has given us. Jesus is also our ultimate example of one who has already run the race and won the victory.